Hey YouTube fam, Eric the Violinist here, and in today's vlog I am on the mission to answer one question. Is it safe for musicians to fly during the COVID-19 pandemic in the US? So that is what I'm going to be exploring today. I am taking a flight out of Boston Logan, so we'll see how this all turns out, and I'll be documenting my journey from the moment I stepped foot into the airport to the moment I got off the plane. So stick around to the end of the video to see what my experience is like. So I'm actually not bringing my violin on this trip, but I just want to use this video as a resource for musicians who are kind of on the fence whether or not they want to fly with their instrument or whether they should fly at all for gigs across the country and around the world. So there are a few factors that I want to focus on during my travel, and that is, do I feel safe the entire time? You know, I'm probably going to be wearing a mask the entire way through, probably will be forced to. That's okay, not a problem about that, but I'm curious to know if I'm going to be feeling safe the moment I step foot into the airport, and the moment I go through security, the moment I get on the plane, and during the flight. So that's all going to be documented, and those are my 3 bullet points, I guess. Am I safe in the airport? Am I safe on the plane? And did the crew of this particular airline do everything like above and beyond to keep the passengers safe? So stick around to the end of the video. All right, so I just parked, and this is a great parking lot that I use to travel outside of Boston Logan. And so I kind of want to run by you folks on the procedures as to like what's required of me as a passenger to get to the airport safely, make sure that I have a mask. You see that I have my N95 mask on. And so throughout the duration of the flight, I'm flying JetBlue this time around. I've always liked JetBlue. I totally highly recommend them for all musicians. But this was like the cheapest flight out of Boston Logan, so I figured that I'd just use them for this video. And every single day, if not maybe every other day, I got an email from JetBlue saying that I am required to wear a mask. If I have any COVID-19 like symptoms, then I have to cancel the flight right away. And I think I was given I'm able to get like a refund for the flight, but I'm not feeling any COVID-19 symptoms, so there's that. What else? I think that I'm kind of looking forward to getting out of the state. It's my first time flying since the beginning of this year when I went on a mini tour to Western Pennsylvania. Played a concert there for the folks out there. And yeah, we'll continue watching this video as I navigate through my journey. Off the shuttle bus. They're doing a lot of construction around Boston Logan, so it's a little loud. But everybody here is wearing a mask. This is what my entrance looks like. And yeah, looks like the airport isn't too busy. I was able to get here in no time at all. Got to navigate my way through. Have to get to the upper floor. But yeah, first impressions already. Looks really empty. Very, very empty. Here's the escalator going up. So we're gonna go up. Oh, and you could also see that there's social distancing measures for picking up the luggage too. That's kind of a cool feature, cool idea. All right. And here we are, JetBlue. empty. Very, very empty. Looks like there are some people traveling, but not too much. At the JetBlue terminal, I don't know if you see these little stickers here. Mind the Gap, that's a nice little montage to the Mind the Gap in London. And really trying to let everybody know that they're trying to practice social distancing at the JetBlue terminal in Boston. You can see those all over the place. All right, so I passed through security. Took me 5 minutes, super quick. It's completely empty around Boston Logan right now, as you can see. And right now, as of right now, my flight is delayed, although I'm not sure why, because it's an absolutely beautiful day in Boston. But yeah, well, so far so good. It's, like I said, completely empty. And this is what I'm seeing going to the JetBlue terminal. There's a play area here. And these famous rocking chairs to look at the planes. It's a beautiful JetBlue plane. Looks like they're putting up these tapes for social distancing while sitting at the gate. As you can see behind me, there's absolutely no one here. You know, I kind of like it though. I really don't mind it being this empty. And so far it looks like everybody is trying to be socially distant. Hello. All right, so I'm on the plane and JetBlue gave me this really awesome hand sanitizer kit. Two towels plus sanitizer gel. Really trying to ensure everyone's safety. No one's sitting right next to me. I have a window seat. And I love JetBlue because I have a lot of space here. So, little touchscreen controls right over here. Make sure I wipe that down. I don't even think I can do anything yet. so I just got off my flight and I'm in the terminal in Chicago, and it's good to be back in this wonderful city. Too bad I'm just gonna quarantine. So that's all I'm gonna be doing. So right now, where do I need to go? I need to go terminals, ground transport. Oh, this way. Okay. Great. So yeah. So I guess the ultimate question is, do I recommend flying during the pandemic? It depends on what airline you are flying. In this video, I was flying JetBlue Airways, and to me, I felt very safe as a customer. I thought that from the moment I stepped foot into the airport to the moment I left, it was a pretty seamless process. I thought that all the employees and all the flight attendants and the staff that was working us on checking in and boarding did a very good job on trying to make me as a customer safe. So I do recommend JetBlue, even in non-COVID-19 times, because their customer service is just excellent. Can't say enough good things about them. When it comes to flying with an instrument like a violin or viola, the one downside is that JetBlue has like Embraer jets, which means that the overhead compartment, the overhead bins are actually a little smaller than like in a Boeing 737 jet. So again, if you're going to be traveling, make sure you research what kind of plane it is. I always let my fans and my audience know that when you're traveling, it's good to know what plane you're flying so that way you have enough space in the overhead bin. But ultimately, the question still lies. Did I feel safe at the airport, on the plane? Did I feel safe when I was interacting with the flight attendants? And the answer is yes. I felt safe the entire time. And I thought, again, the sanitation kit that we received while we were boarding the plane was a really nice touch. I think JetBlue does a great job of like adding those small little details. And we had like a sanitation gel, little packet, and 2 towels with alcohol over 65% to disinfect our seat and the handles and whatever we're going to be touching in our area. A nice touch with JetBlue also, and this was an Embraer jet, so the seating was 2 and 2. I had an aisle seat, so that way there was enough space between, the attendants or whoever needed to use the restroom on the plane, go back and forth, and we're not close to the person in that aisle. So I thought that was a nice touch, and I thought that made me feel safe the entire way. And of course, when we were all on the plane, everybody was wearing a mask. And whenever you are given the snacks, like the water and the snacks, I thought that was also a nice touch, that all the snacks and the water were like in a bag that I know that it hasn't been touched. So again, trying to keep it as germ-free as possible. And everybody was wearing a mask. I think there is a community standard. JetBlue has a standard, and I think amongst many airlines these days during the COVID-19 pandemic have these regulations where you have to wear a mask, no excuses. And I felt safe. I was wearing an N95 if you saw in the video. And there are people who are just wearing like a regular medical mask or like a cloth mask. As long as you have something on the plane to keep you safe, I think that's important as you consider flying. So all in all, if you absolutely have to travel during the COVID-19 pandemic, I can assure you that I felt safe and the process is safe. So for whatever reason, if you're coming across this video, please hit the like button. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And I would really appreciate all the comments that you write down below. And I'm the one usually responding to comments. So I'd love your thoughts on the whole process or any suggestions that airlines should do to kind of make the customer experience even better for people traveling. So make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.